Regarding the topic that's been occupying FC Bayern recently, the club has decided not to extend Thomas Müller's contract. What was your role in this decision? And can you tell us if Thomas will play instead of Musiala tomorrow? Well, let's focus on the most important matters first. Preparing for Inter Milan was our priority these past days. Not just for me, but for all players, coaching staff, and everyone involved. In such a situation, it's normal to respect the process after such an announcement. Given Thomas's legendary status, it's understandable that this is such a big deal. As I said, we have great respect for public interest in this major issue. But ultimately, my role, as I've said all season, is to ensure the players are prepared for the next game, to make sure training is on point and we make the right decisions about who plays and who doesn't. And the bigger picture is that we remain a club where everything is always discussed seriously. In recent days, it's clear that our priority was on Inter Milan, though I fully understand the significance of this communication. In the front row, Stefan Kumberger from Sport 1. Hello Vincent, how's the team morale given the numerous injuries? Is there defiance or perhaps concern in the squad? What's the situation like? Well, we've now found ourselves in a situation that we actually wanted. We're in a good position in the Bundesliga and Champions League, and we shouldn't dwell on the past too much. We need to look forward and trust that the players who'll be on the field tomorrow will deliver the performance we need to get results. We must remember that the guys playing tomorrow have all contributed to where we are now, and we need to keep trusting them. For me, it's about what we can achieve. I'm not interested in complaints or excuses. I don't want to change our goals just because we have injuries. I won't focus on what could go wrong. I'll only think about what can happen if we win. What's possible if we perform at our best. That's our goal. On the right side, Kerry House from Sky. Hello, Mr. Kompany. Now the big question is, who will replace Jamal Musiala? I know you won't reveal it, but Serge Gnabry is surely an option. He hasn't had much game time lately and wasn't always fully fit. How do you explain that he's never quite reached his full potential in recent years? What's your take on his current development and form? Well, first off, I've said it, we're where we are because everyone played their part. At different points this season, Serge has played his role for us too. Again, that's not my style. I know it's almost a sport to always criticize your own players. I don't get it. No way. They've always done a lot for me. Even if it wasn't always about performance, they still helped the team with their actions in the games. Sometimes you're at your best, sometimes you're not. But if you don't believe in your talent, that's when you have a problem. That's not an issue for us at all. That's why I don't like to always focus on our current situation, as I've answered this question for every game. Not long ago, the same questions were about Leroy, then Kingsley, then... You get the idea? I don't want to keep going in circles. So understand this. When he plays, I trust him completely. If not, I trust the others who are playing. At season's end, we have honest exchanges, but during it, this applies to everyone. This isn't about one player, but all. Throughout a season, you must bring out your players' strengths. That's my view. On the left, Mark Gabel for RTL. Hello, Mr. Kompany. It's clear you're not keen on revealing your strategy. Yes, because I've never done that before, of course. That makes sense. I'm sure Jamal Musiala's injury disrupted your Friday plans a bit. How might you compensate for his absence tomorrow? Will you directly replace him? Logically, that would be Thomas Müller, or perhaps adjust the system. Can you give us a glimpse into your thoughts? I don't think I need to give too much information, as we have already played without Jamal and explored all possibilities this season. We're not at the start of the season anymore, we're nearing the end now. This means you can look back and find all the solutions, even creative ones, that we have at our disposal. But for me, it's all about what we need for tomorrow's game. What's needed will never be a situation where we replace him one-to-one. No chance. You can't do that with such talent. We've said this in the past too. When a player plays, we want to leverage his strengths so he can perform, and that's enough for us. We'll have to solve it collectively. Next up is Julian Buell from T-Online in the back, please. Yes, hello. I have a follow-up question as well. How important is experience in your game plan, which Thomas Müller would certainly bring? And generally, what kind of opponent do you expect? Inter has only conceded 2 goals in the Champions League, I believe. On the flip side, they're also Serie A's most potent attacking team. What type of opponent and game are you preparing for tomorrow? Well, first, regarding experience, I think it always matters in such games, but I must say both our squad and Inter's have plenty of experience, both in depth and among the starters. Well, I don't think either side lacks experience for tomorrow's match. So, what are their strengths? This team always finds opportunities through their organization. They're dangerous, not just on the counter, which is often discussed when talking about Inter Milan. They're strong in build-up play and set pieces, not just counter-attacks. They score many goals because they have excellent players. We also score a lot, and hopefully that'll be a factor tomorrow. Next question. Klaus Bergman from DPA. Hello, Mr. Kompany. Do you approach this game differently, knowing it's rare to score 4 or 5 goals against Inter? As a former defender, what impresses you about Inter's team defense? Yeah, I can estimate that, of course, but what should I say now? Against Leverkusen, you don't score much. You just got to have faith. It's not about getting big chances. That's not the point. These games are all about moments. Could be a set piece for us or whatever, but you must seize those moments. We can talk tactics, but there's also character, heart, and emotion involved. We showed that last round. Now it's games 13 and 14 against Inter Milan. We've played in Champions League before and proved we can do it against Leverkusen. The key for me is that we're mentally ready tomorrow and show our personality. Now let's hear from Kerry Howe again, please. I have another question about personnel. Manuel Neuer and Kingsley Coman only trained individually today, so they're not in the squad. Do you think they might be available for the first leg? I'm not sure yet. Well, it's evolving daily and I don't want to add extra pressure. It's not 100% clear right now, so I'm hopeful, but there's no guarantee. Any other questions? 1 or 2 more, or none? Anyone want to ask something? That's a request for a question. Answering is different. Oh, I can't ask for answers. Okay, go ahead, try. Last question, okay, Klaus? Answer to what? Will you answer the Müller question specifically? Is he playing or not? I think I answered that clearly. I've never revealed the starting lineup before any press conference this season. If that's not consistent, I don't know what is. One more night, then we'll know. See you tomorrow. Thanks. Exactly. Bye. Bye. Bye.